What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1. Lil Xan, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people have been sending me clips of this guy lately because he's been dropping dime. Actually, I apologize. A lot of people have been sending me clips asking me if it's technically dropping dime or snitching, for anybody that doesn't know the old term of dime dropping. Now, before I press play, just keep in mind, I don't have any kind of ill will towards this guy. I'm just giving you my raw, honest opinion on his statements that he's about to say. But a quick rundown on the situation. This guy right here, Lil Xan, like I said, he's a rapper, and most rappers have managers. Managers set everything up for them to make more money. Not only the rappers, but for themselves as well. Well, during the time that he was on tour, probably popping Xans because his name's Lil Xan. I don't know. But anyways, he claims that he used to be a drug addict, and he's not taking all the blame himself. He's trying to push the blame on his manager.
Well, I don't even like to call him my manager anymore. Stat Quo. Remember that name, Stat Quo.
Stat Quo, over. Do you read? That's a big affirmative, sir. Go ahead with that search warrant.
Remember that name, Stat Quo.
You remember.
Because when I was on tour through 2018 to 2000, whatever, the world tours with Dickie and Juice and all that, I was a drug addict back then, right? And,
quit picking your nose, bro.
And my manager was supplying me with the drugs. He knew all my plugs.
Let's not forget about G-Mal Xan in the background putting a battery in his back. Listen to her in the background orchestrating everything.
Addict back then, right? And my manager was supplying me with the drugs.
That's definitely an older lady. Either his mom, grandma, auntie, something. Unless he's messing with them cougar janks. And why the hell you keep rubbing your nose and sniffling, man? I mean, damn. He says he's sober, but with those characteristics, who knows? But let me give him the benefit of the doubt, because people call me an addict all the time. I don't do shit. I barely take Advils. But I'm sorry to say for any Xan fans out there, okay, he is definitely snitched already. He told everyone to take note of the person's name. He named exactly who the person is. It's his former manager. Then he tells people about the drugs he was pushing them. Come on, man. That's snitch move 101. Whether you're in the courtroom, whether you're in social media, it doesn't matter. You don't think the local law enforcement, Fed, CIA, ATF, all them people ain't watching this YouTube shit?
He knew all my plugs. So if I couldn't perform because I was withdrawing back then, because yes, I used to be a drug addict, you know, he would call, make calls, send $5,000 out here, $5,000 out here.
Judging by the ceiling height and those Walmart slide blinds, not to mention grandma in the background probably wants some rent money, this dude Xan ain't doing too good. He fell way the hell off. He might be at his breaking point and got nowhere else to turn, so why not sue some people?
$5,000 out here just to ship the drugs to wherever we're at in the world, Switzerland or anywhere in America. And he's gonna act like he didn't do that. Like a fucking hypocrite.
So this guy just dropped dime on him, not only giving him drugs, but trafficking drugs now internationally. You can't sit here and tell me what this guy's doing ain't dime dropping. It's pathetic if you were to ask me, man. Straight pathetic. I would never in a million years never say some shit like this.
I'm really feeling like I should take him to court, right? Because that was the time I almost died from the drugs. I was so skinny, unhealthy.
Listen, after he says we should take him to court, right? You can hear G-Mo in the background probably knocking on the wood like... Because his hands are touching his coat. Who the hell else knocked as soon as he said that?
Should take him to court, right? Because that was the time I almost died from the drugs. I was so skinny, unhealthy. Yeah, but his name is Stat Quo. I'll even fucking pin this.
You need to take blame for your own shit, not the drugs, not the manager, it was you. But I know a lot of people are going to blame the manager regardless. Yeah, he was pumping him this, pumping him that. A drug addict's never going to say no. But guess what? We're not here talking about the manager. We're here talking about Lil Xan and his snitch-ass activities.
Also, he took my car away too, that I paid that the majority of the money. How ironic. Peeps my fucking cover too. And now he wants $30,000 of the remaining money to pay it off, which,
man, I ain't got it. You were pumping me all them drugs. I'm suing you now.
I almost died on tour multiple times from him supplying me drugs anytime I needed it, because I couldn't perform if I was withdrawing. And I've always wanted to make this case known. He is a terrible fucking human being. You know,
he might be a terrible human being. I don't know the guy. Most managers can be pretty damn grimy, that's for sure. This guy probably definitely did get used by his manager, but still, you gotta handle it a different way, man. I don't know. Some people, the squares out there, like, yeah, he has to sue him. He has to take it to court. That's how you go. He can, you know, that's definitely an option, but he'll still be a snitch. And his career is definitely going to be over, even more than what it already is.
He even had a doctor that gave him prescriptions.
And yeah.
Oh, shit.
You know, it just sucks. You know, the industry just sucks. And that's a big reason why I haven't dropped another album, is because it put such a bad taste. After I got sober, it put such a bad taste in my mouth. Like, to even want to make music, knowing how fucked the industry is. They just want to keep you alive long enough
to make their money.
To make their fucking money. And if you die,
even better for them.
Even better for them. Because guess what? It's easier to manage a dead artist than an alive one.
So that's the end of the clip. And look, I know there's some Xan fans out there probably watching this video and is probably not all the way on board with me and my thoughts on the situation, but I mean, let's face it, man, the dude's doing basic tattletale shenanigans. His whole career is falling apart and he's blaming everyone else but himself. But the truth here is he chose the wrong friends, the wrong manager, because even though, you know, we're not talking about the managers, let's face it, they can be grimy. They can be grimy, man. Just like the industry itself. It could be a very grimy game. And you got to make your moves wisely. If not, then they're going to chew you up, spit you out. And you can't sit there and cry about it and start tattletaling at the end of the road. I mean, you can, but you're just going to look like a punk in people's eyes like mine. Like I was saying, I have no ill will towards this guy, man. Hopefully he stays sober. But obviously the rap game and the street game is pretty much over for him. And this is a quick message to Stat Quo, the manager, man. You know, it's hot for you right now, bruh. It's hot.